Okay, that's enough music. Good morning, y'all. It's a really long song. It's like 4 minutes and 44 seconds. I can't take any more. It was scaring Mac in the chat. Okay, let's see who's in here. Brooks Channel, Beach Bum, Cindy Hill. Good morning, welcome. Mac, Verbal Constipation, Katie F, Jackie C, Crystal Grant. Good morning, welcome. Just scrolling the chat. Hey, Lisa 54, Cement Shoes. Am I missing anybody? Julie, Jacqueline, Haley. I was talking about you yesterday. TC, good morning. Oh gosh, we got Joe Exotic drama going on. I'll give it a minute before I start on him and stupid Carole Baskin. Oh my God, that woman drives me crazy. Winky Whispers. Hey, good to see you. Morgan Elm. Hey, hun. Yep, Carole Baskin. She's Betty. She put up a video, y'all, and she accused Dawn of plotting to murder someone. I kid you not. We're not going to play her video because she's going to end up striking me for doing it eventually, even though there's such thing as called fair use when you give commentary. But her video was extremely low. You know, like she's a millionaire and she can't afford to buy a good microphone. But Dawn was the cheap one. I'm really pissed off she blocked me from her channel for asking a question. And also this morning, I watched Ripperjack Media's video, his interview with Dawn's daughters. And I took a few notes. So after we talk about Joe, we'll talk about Carole and her missing husband, Dawn, that she cares nothing about. The other day, he'd give her a sexually transmitted disease. And a few hours ago, she uploaded a video. Well, it was probably late last night, uploaded a video accusing him of plotting to kill someone. And the things that she says in this video blows my mind. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to save it. Yeah, Brooke, Carole Baskin freaking blocked me. Hey, faithful one. Just for asking a question. Why does she do videos putting down her missing husband that vanished off the face of this earth? Is basically was my question. It was wrote in a respectful manner. Just a simple question. I mean, she could have responded and said, because, hey, he was a bad person or anything. She just blocked me. All her comments, she said this in another video, they go in for a review. A lot of them. And she has to approve them. She don't like one, she blocks them. Red Red Media. Hey, Cheryl. Hope I didn't miss anyone. Did I say hey to Cement Shoes? If not, hey, Cement Shoes. So we'll get with Joe Exotic. He wrote another letter. You know, Joe is so dramatic. He says he's going to be dead by October. Didn't he write a letter a while back and say, I'm going to be dead by, it was another month? But, you know, he didn't die, of course. I think he did have the coronavirus. He was in the hospital for a long time, quarantined. Then I think they moved him to a hospital room. Okay, let me find this. This was a radio station that put up this article. One of their sister stations, co-host, actually wrote Joe. She said her friend first wrote Joe Exotic. And then Joe replied to her, so she decided to write it. And Joe replied to her, and she opened the letter while they were on air. and read it. Um, the radio station is 93.3 WMMR Rocks, and it's down in Florida. Let me screen share because it's got the letter. Well, before I do that, let me remove the comment from the screen. Okay. I always forget to do that. Then it always blocks when I'm trying to share. Okay. Tiger King Joe Exotic says in a letter from prison that he'll be dead by October. And this article was put up 17 hours ago. Joe in his flashy shirts, they crack me up. Very flamboyant. Okay. Hold on, let me get my cigarette relit. I don't smoke a lot, guys. I let my cigarettes go out. That's why you constantly hear me lighting. Yeah. Okay. Joseph Maldonado Passage, a.k.a. Joe Exotic, is calling on all his supporters to ask President Trump to give him a second chance. The incarcerated star of the Netflix hit Tiger King himself wrote a 4-page handwritten letter to co-host Amanda Pizzana, aka Little Brownie, from Big Mama and the Wild Bunch, the morning show from our sister station B103 in Fort Myers, Florida, explaining how the prison system is out of hand, how the sanctuary business is a scam. Oh, we all knew that. Pizzana explained that after her friend wrote him a letter in jail, she decided to reach out to him as well. This morning, she got a response, and he opened the letter. She opened the letter and read it on air. So this must have been yesterday morning. I asked him in the letter how he was doing in jail, she said. I told him that we talk about him every day on the morning show and that people in Florida love him. I instantly became a Joe Exotic fan after watching the Netflix docuseries, Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. And I'm rooting for him to be released from prison. Well, I kind of became a Joe fan before I watched the Netflix documentary, just by researching him and watching his YouTube videos. It's just like everybody likes a good crap show. The former Tiger Zoo owner and convicted felon, currently at the Federal Medical Center in Fort Worth, said he's lost over 30 pounds over the last few months and worries he'll be dead by October. If that's true, Joe Exotic is a little made man anyway, like little, boned, I mean. So 30 pounds would be like a hell of a lot of weight for him to lose. I'm asking everyone to please ask President Trump to give me a second chance and make this right and let me go save my dad. My mom died last year, and save my marriage and go back to helping people again. Maldonado Passage wrote. Joe is currently serving a 22-year prison sentence for his part in a murder for hire plot of animal rights activist Carole Baskin and a slew of animal abuse charges. Is she really an animal rights activist? Come on. But even after his long feud with Baskin, he said he just wants people to remember what the Joe Exotic's goal is all about. This really needs to get back to saving my life and helping homeless people and sick people. He claims that if he's able to get out of prison alive, he will be an activist for justice reform. Hear me ask for help. Be my voice. Hashtag free Joe Exotic. Save my life, he wrote. Read the entire letter below. Well, Joe's husband, Dylan Passage, he's been out living his best life, honey. Partying with the stars. He was out over the 4th of July weekend with, I think, a Love is Blind star. Never watched that movie or show, whatever it is. But yeah, he was out with one of those stars. She is not no, yeah, Winky, I agree. She's not an animal rights activist, or she wouldn't have been a bunny slayer. She wouldn't have been slaughtering bunnies to feed her big cats. You would think her being a millionaire and all, that she could buy them, you know, their meat. She wouldn't have to raise little cute bunnies and slaughter them. A little bunny's not going to make much of a meal for a cat, a big cat. She's so ignorant. I can't stand that woman. She talks so low in her videos, and I'm just like, I talk kind of low sometimes. But like, lady, speak up. If you're going to put up YouTube videos, speak up so we can hear what the hell you're saying. Okay, let's read this letter. To the Big Mama and the Wild Bunch. This letter's from Joe Exotic. First, let me thank you and everyone around the world for their love and support and for being able to see the truth. I fought for over 10 years to get Don Lewis's cold case open, so maybe his family can get some answers and put him to rest and shed some light on places like Big Cat Rescue, who scams people out of their money, but rents houses and donates to politicians to have power with money donated for animals. And then the animals live in small, rusty cages. And the only people who get paid is the owners while volunteers work their butts off. That's true. I mean, like, some people actually pay Big Cat Rescue to volunteer there. I kid you not. That's true. This whole thing got out of hand. I see my friends and loved ones fight over 15 minutes of fame and money, all while I live in this hell. I mean, my husband even has a manager and a lawyer now, and I beg strangers for stamps and commissary. People all lost sight of Joe is in prison for something he didn't do. And millions around the world see that, but my friends can't slow down enough from trying to capitalize to help rally President Trump to make this right and save my life, or what's left of it. Well, I wondered how he felt about his little young hubby living his best life with all the stars partying. I came here 3 months ago at 179 pounds and now weigh 149 pounds. I expect to be dead by October. And then they can make another movie and profit off of RIP t-shirts, rest in peace t-shirts. My soul is already dead all over this. I'm shocked that U.S. attorneys can get agents and witnesses to lie under oath to push personal agendas. They can even provide $200 an hour prostitutes to Alan Glover to get his help. And Jeff and Carole offered same look to get me out of the what? Alan Glover to get his help, and Jeff and Carole offered same's look to get me out of the way. I think he messed up. This is all provided with text and testimony that the government kept from the story, and then the director, Dan Ash of the Federal Wildlife Service, put generic mutt tigers on the endangered species list just so Carole and PETA could pull all of this off. This is why the fastest way to save me is a pardon, as an appealing this slow system will take years and years. I don't have. October 21st, 2014, they gave me days to live, and God gave me a second chance. So I'm asking everyone to please ask President Trump to give me a second chance and make this right, and let me go save my dad. My mom died last year, and save my marriage and go back to helping people again. The sanctuary is a business such as a scam, and the stories about too many tigers in America is a scam also. The USDA only tax $2,600, and Google Big Cat Rescue. Ships in tigers, we have too many. Is why is Carole Baskin bringing more? 'cause there are none, and she needs a rescue story to make money. She has killed over 200 already, and her list on her website is crazy and operates them on Facebook Live. It's all about making people feel sorry for the animals while she ranks in. You can see on Follow the Money and where she gives the HSUS 25K a year to keep them off her butt. Florida should charge her for misuse of donated money. His writing's really bad. I only have one legit site, and that is buyjoeexotic.com, and my Facebook is Joseph Maldonado Passage. Jesus Christ, this is a long letter. Okay, so he's giving his Twitter and Insta is Joe_exotic. So please help me stop people from getting scammed. And this really needs to get back to saving my life and helping homeless people and sick people. Like he keeps saying that, homeless people and sick people. I think he throws that in there to make people feel sorry for him. I mean, I like Joe, but I just feel like that when he says that. Okay, I lost my place. Homeless people and sick people. That's what Joe Exotic was all about. And why do people even want to support anyone who did this to only gain profit and fame for taking my parents' lives away? Not one employee in the past 20 years has reached out to see if I'm okay. I can count on one hand the friends I have been in contact with from the show. The only one helping my attorneys and cares about my life is Tim Stark. The rumors Jeff and others put out are crazy. When will the law ever catch up with them all? Good question. If I make it out of here alive, I will be the face of justice reform. Our system from the DOI down is broken. The prison and jail system is as close to legal human trafficking as I've seen. Grown men and women crawling on the floor, eating out of old food trays. They're so hungry. 10 years for talking on a cell phone. 6 years for illegal entry. 22 years for euthanizing 5 of my own tigers. Asked to work for 30 cents for what? Unicorn, modern day slavery is alive. Hear me, ask for help, be my voice, free Joe Exotic, save my life. He's bad at writing letters. And it says, I love you all, Joe Exotic. Thank God that's the end of it, Joe, honey. Goodness gracious. That was a long ass letter. Hey, Grandma Ducky. Carole MF and Baskin, yeah. Why in the world is he even talking about her if he's trying to get out? I would never even say the name Carole Baskin if I was Joe. Well, he has to say her name because, I mean, he is in prison over her, you know. Joe, I did watch a video a long time ago when he was still at the zoo doing videos. He was talking about Don Lewis being missing. You know, he put the word out about that, but nothing really ever became of it until Tiger King came out. And we're going to talk about Miss Carole here in a second. So Joe doesn't seem to like that everybody's out living their best life. And he is in prison. He feels like everyone's forgotten about him. And I'm just wondering if he's referring to his little young hot hubby, Dylan Passage. He is a cute guy. Dylan is. Like I said, he's been out living his best life, partying up with the stars. A few months back, he was out on someone's yacht. They took a selfie. He was kissing that guy on the cheek. And I was like, I wonder what they got going on. Joe mentioned in his letter that Dylan had like an agent, a lawyer. Joe didn't seem to like that too well. I'm going to pull up Carole Baskin's YouTube here. This last video she done of Dawn, it was pretty unclassy of her, considering she inserted a woman's picture there instead of Dawn's actual picture. And she's talking about Dawn wanting to murder Richard Perez. I think that's his name. He allegedly blackmailed Dawn out of like $1 million. I think it was like $1 million. Hold on, let me find this video. There's probably no use in even playing it. Like I said, she's going to end up striking me. And plus, you can't hear her. So, I'm going to use my phone.
Costa Rica.
Oh, we don't want to hear you. I'm going to screen share what she did. She put a woman's picture up here for Dawn's picture. So disrespectful. This man, her husband, vanished off the face of this earth. She don't know what happened to him. He was declared legally dead. And she is on YouTube painting him in a bad light. Nothing she says in her video diaries can be proven. It really angers me that she treats Dawn this way. Dawn was a person. He had loved ones and friends that cared about him, even though Carole didn't. You know, there's other people that do. This really angers me. She is so disrespectful. And she also thinks she's above the law, and she's the princess of tigers, of big cats. She's not. Her sanctuary sucks. It sucks. It's a rundown roadside zoo. They got to stick their head through this little box cage to eat. Why would you do that? That's so stupid. God, she gets me pissed off. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me get over here on my phone. You see what it says right there at the bottom? Not an actual photo of Dawn. She's referring to this lady right here as being Dawn. Stupid ass. Disrespectful ass. I heard all about you wouldn't let Dawn have nothing to do with these kids this morning in a video too, stupid thing. Okay. So, thank goodness we don't got to listen to the video. I can read you every word that she says in this video because she puts it in her description. But I got to light up a cigarette first because this is good, guys. This is good. She starts off by saying, Dawn went to the gun show to buy ammunition to kill Richard Perez. Last night, he suggested that I give up all things I'm doing and try and make wildlife on Easy Street financially independent and go back to working the real estate for him full time. I told him that I didn't feel comfortable doing that because he is draining all of the profits off of the good deals that I have worked for him and investing it all in Costa Rica in his name and his corporations. He corrected me by saying that he bought a couple of dumps in Pinellas County, and I reminded him that he was now buying only in his name. When I asked why he was doing this, he said because he didn't trust me, because the day he had said that if we divorced, he would give me the Sultan Fuss mortgage. I made that deal possible. And a house to live in that's valued at $38,000. I told him that he was dreaming if he thought I would work like a dog every day to have him take it all away from me on one of his stupid whims. And he took that to mean that I would somehow not deal fairly with him. It has been years since he has made a good deal, and he has been constantly throwing money away on his friends and his secretive dealings in Costa Rica. Oh, Carole, you weren't going to let him take that money away, was you, after you worked like a dog? No, you got rid of him. Okay, then it goes on to say, note from the future. These are pages still missing, obviously, because Richard Pereira's name shows up only twice. Once where I mentioned he cost Don over $1 million in a deal gone bad, and then here where I gave no detail. I'm filling in this missing blank from the future 2018 with what I can remember. Richard Pereira's and Pamela Enriquez. My phone went dark. Crap. Hold on. My phone went. Okay. Richard Pereira's and Pamela Enriquez had somehow used racketeering charges to extort $1 million from Don. Apparently, he kept having sex with Pam, but decided to kill Richard. I warned Richard that Don was out to kill him and told him I'd keep doing my best to stop that from happening. Oh, your husband was serious about killing someone and you didn't contact the police? Many times I could scare Don out of stalking Richard by telling him we were being followed, or that I'd seen the police in the area, or whatever I could do to divert him from completing his mission. I thought he mostly just wanted to revel in the idea of it rather than actually do it. So I'd help him put on ridiculous disguises, spend so much time on getting ready for the deed that he'd be too tired to actually go through with it. I can remember a couple times when we got out to Carole Wood, where Richard lived, Sugar Tree or Sugar Wood, something like that, and Dawn's dressed up as a blonde female with full makeup, high heels, gloves and all. Why was he dressing to look like me as a disguise? We are laying there in the bushes as it's getting dark, and I've run out of ways to keep it from going this far. On one occasion, I tell him that I've seen Richard sneaking away and that he's probably onto us, which freaks Don out and he's ready to go home. I don't remember what it was the second time we got that far that I did to make him go home. Each time I'd play up how it was going to take both of us if we were going to get away with this. So he wouldn't actually go kill Richard on his own. Looking back on this, I can hardly believe the craziness I was dealing with and what I was willing to do to keep Dawn out of jail. Can y'all believe this crap? Oh gosh, I got to get to my chat here. She is admitting that she and Dawn conspired and went and stalked out this guy, conspired to murder this guy. She actually went with Dawn and hid in the bushes, but they didn't go through with it. What in the hell is wrong with this woman? Like, my mind was blown when I watched her video this morning. I couldn't really hear what she was saying this morning, so I went to the description and started reading, because I know she puts her diary entries in the description. You'd think her a millionaire, she'd buy a freaking microphone. I think she actually has a mic. She just talks that low. Crazy ass. Okay, let me get out. Let me get back on my own channel so I can see my chat good. She's admitting to a crime right now. She admitted to a crime. She said that she would help him, Don, get into these disguises if this story is true. We don't know if it's true or not. She says a lot of bad things about Don, But if it is true for her to go along with Dawn on wanting to murder someone, thinking, oh, we can get all the way up to the point, you know, outside in the bushes hiding, and then try to get him not to go through with it. Oh my gosh, it's just so crazy. Biggest disappointment was checking out her TikTok and not hearing hello, kittens and biscuits. Oh, does she have a TikTok? I'm on TikTok. I'll have to find that. Oh, hey, Ginger Locks. I didn't see you come in. Oh, my goodness. Where are Carol's indictments? I'm so sick of her. I know. Like, her videos blows my mind. My mind was blown the other day when she got on a video and said that she had, you know what, going on with her. I don't even like saying the word. That Dawn had give her a sexually transmitted disease. My mouth hung open when I heard her say that on a video. Who in their right mind's going to say that publicly like that? That's like TMI. We do not care. She keeps on doing these videos. I'm going to tell you one reason I think she keeps doing them is because Ripperjack Media has been talking with Dawn Lewis's 3 daughters. And, you know, they've had some, you know, not so nice things to say. They haven't been disrespectful. They've just said how Carole is, you know. She's mean-spirited. How she kept them away from their father. The last time I believe Donna, his daughter, saw her dad was the year, it was on Father's Day, 97, I believe, the year he disappeared. Dawn told her it was safe to come out there. Carole was gone somewhere. So she snuck out there with her children to see her dad because Carole didn't want him to have anything to do with his children. She's an evil, evil step monster. So she had to sneak out there, and she spent some time with Dawn, and Dawn did say that they were having some problems. Actually, on June 14th of 97, Dawn actually filed a domestic violence thing against Carole, tried to get a restraining order, and then a few days later, on June 17th, Donna comes out there to visit her dad. So he tells her, yeah, they're having a few problems. And he did go on to tell her that he had some land in Costa Rica that, you know, if he got a divorce and stuff, he had plenty of land for all the family to go to Costa Rica and live. He was scared of Y2K. Remember the big fear of Y2K back in the 90s? So that's one reason he was saying that about the land in Costa Rica. What else were they saying? Oh, yeah. It was a week before Dawn was reported missing. And actually, his secretary, Ann McQueen, calls Carole and is like, Carole, where's your husband at? Nobody could find Dawn. Ann was worried about his secretary, but Carole wasn't. Carole knew where he was at, that's why. So then he was reported missing, but his kids didn't know he went missing until like right before it aired on the news. Let's see when he went missing. He went missing August 19th, and his daughters didn't find out he was missing until August 25th. Carole had never picked up the phone, called his daughters and said, hey, have you seen your dad? She never called them when they were searching for Dawn either to see if there had been any updates or anything. The only thing Carole done is she did offer a $100,000 reward back then. But I don't know if that reward still stands or not. I think they did have Dawn's daughters did have a small memorial service for Dawn after he was declared legally dead. But they're going to be having another memorial service, I believe I heard them say. Oh, yeah. On August the 15th, they're going to be having another memorial service for Don. Thank goodness. He deserves it. Bless his heart. I really wish they could figure out what happened to Don. His daughters, Carole has said maybe he ran off to Costa Rica or something. She said that before. One of his daughters, I don't remember which one, maybe Linda, actually went to Costa Rica searching for their dad. Police went to Costa Rica. They found nothing. The people that knew him in Costa Rica had not seen him. What else was I going to say? Oh, one of his daughters actually put out ads in the newspapers. I mean, they really looked for their dad. They were out putting posters up. They even put posters up. I think it was Linda that went to Costa Rica. I can't remember which one. Put posters up in Costa Rica. I mean, they really tried. Hey, Carolina girl. I feel sorry for Don's first wife and daughters. Yeah, his first wife, she really loved Don. She said, she told Don that she would love him till the day he died, and she did. She's so full of shit. Yeah. She's like, if they ever do build a murder case against her, let's just say they do one day, they can use all her videos against her as a motive for getting rid of Don. She clearly, in that last, what I just read y'all, she said, you think I'm going to work like a dog and not get nothing? Basically, is what she's saying. He was going to divorce her and leave her with nothing. I'm sure she would have got some money. She wouldn't have got it all. She wouldn't have got all of his money. I'm assuming they didn't have any prenup. I'm just wondering if they did or not, but I've not heard about a prenup. Hey, Candy. I mean, she thinks she's going to get by with this. And Dawn's daughters have started a GoFundMe. They want to raise $100,000 to offer as a reward for anybody that comes forward with information that leads to a conviction. They want to know what happened to their dad. Uh-oh. I think they've already raised, like it said, maybe it was 7,000. I think it was 7,000. She is super greedy. Hey, Shug. She doesn't do animal rescue. Joe is right about one thing. She does give her viewers pity trips about animals. She lies about animals. When I first started researching her, I got on Google, just started looking at different things, and I came across an article that was talking about this tiger that Carole had back in the 90s. She told everyone that it was a rescued tiger. It needed all this vet care, had trouble walking. Then a video surfaces of this tiger cub jumping, playing in this little small kiddie swimming pool. There was nothing wrong with it. She'd actually bought it at an auction, I believe. I don't know if she still breeds big cats, but she used to. The dumbass had a snow leopard. They're an endangered species. If they're not enlisted as endangered yet, they're almost there. I do know that. I watched a documentary a while back on National Geographic about snow leopards. So why did Carole Baskin have a snow leopard? Why does she need bobcats that should be roaming in her backyard in the backwoods, She's got a thing for bobcats, and it really makes me mad. I got bobcats down in my woods here. You can hear them sometimes. They are really cool cats, but they belong in the wild just like the tigers. They said there was more tigers in the state of Texas in captivity that's in the wild. Can you believe that? Like, I believe the zoos that are teaching conservation, that is different. That's different from what Carole Baskin, Joe Exotic, Jeff Lowe had going on. Totally different. I just can't understand to this day why his daughters don't get her investigated. They have plenty of evidence, even with the diaries. She's implicating herself. Well, the new sheriff down there, he is investigating her. Now, I have heard that I guess the sheriff or someone that was investigating Dawn's disappearance back in 97 was connected to Carole. She might have donated. I believe it was the ex-sheriff. She might have donated to his election or something. Campaign fund. It was something like that. I can't remember exactly what it said. But let's just say she had connections. That's why much didn't happen. Carole had help with this. Someone helped her get rid of Dawn. Because it's my theory and belief that she is responsible for Dawn's disappearance. I got to watch what I say about her, man. She sues people left and right. I mean, that's all the woman does. That's why she married Harold Baskin, because he is an attorney. He helps her with all this legal crap. She needs to learn when you go on a Netflix documentary like that and you got a missing husband, people's going to be asking questions. They're going to be giving their opinions and theories, and that's just what I'm doing. She can sue me all she wants. She won't get anything. She might get a mean rooster. Harold, yeah. Did I call him Howard? I don't know. Harold Baskin. Poor old Harold. He seems like a good guy. He reminds me of one of my great uncles. Just the way he looks and stuff and stuff. He seems like a people with a lot of money are the ones that would need to worry about getting sued. Yeah, Penny. Yeah, but that's what Carole does. When she don't like you, she'll sue you. I don't know how easy it is to sue someone for slander or something. I mean, this is the United States of America. We have freedom of speech, so I just need to watch what I say when I accuse her of being involved in Dawn's disappearance. I should say alleged involvement. Harold traumatizes me wearing a leash and leopard skin. Good God. Oh, yeah, their wedding photos. Like, why would he go along with that? Have a leash, a collar and leash on in his wedding pictures? I heard, allegedly, Carole had some kind of liger fetish. So I had to Google a liger fetish, see what that's all about, because I'm ignorant to stuff like that. I mean, I don't know about all that weirdo crap. And oh my gosh, it traumatized me. I'm not even going to explain what it is. Y'all can Google it yourself. The picture I seen traumatized me. Hey, Black Rose. About missed you. Sure was a weird picture. Yeah. There's a rumor going around if she gets put out of the sanctuary business, she's going to sell some kind of sex dolls. Yeah, I heard that rumor. Let's see if that's true. I hope she gets put out of business. One of the reasons I don't like Carole so much is that bunny picture. I mean, they raise bunnies. I call her the bunny slayer. They raise bunnies, slaughtered them for those big cats. Carole Baskin, a millionaire, she should be able to go buy a big old cow and have it butchered up or something. I don't even want to think about that because I'm an animal lover, but you know what I mean. Big old chunk of side of beef, to feed her cats. What's a little bunny going to do? It's not going to fill up a big cat. Probably wouldn't even fill up a bobcat. I mean, I can't stand her over that. She'll always be known as the bunny slayer to me. Open a cat house. Oh, Mac, I don't even want to know what that is. I don't even want to know what a cat house is. It's probably not good, though. A rabbit is like an appetizer for a tiger. Yeah, I mean, it probably wouldn't even crave its hunger. Hey, she's a naughty girl. Hey, one of her ex-lovers, do y'all remember that story that came out? Her ex-lover, he said, now this is allegedly Carole Baskin likes to get it on in the hot tub. A lot. A ho lot. Sorry, I had to light up. Cece, did you see Crime Online where Tally's therapist said her dad abused? Hey, Bieber, thanks for the super chat. No, I haven't seen that. I have seen that Colby Ryan said that Joseph Ryan abused him. I have seen that. I'll have to look that up. I looked at Crime Online right before I went live this morning, and I didn't see anything. I'll check that out here. Let's look at it before I get off here, because I got to get to going in a minute. Get some things done. I'll be having a house guest in a few weeks. I got to get my house straightened up. Oh, I see it, Bieber. Thank you. We'll read this real quick. Let me screen share. I hate to say it, but Lori could have brainwashed the child into saying it. I'm not going to say she's lying, though. It could have happened. But also, Lori could have brainwashed her. We just don't know. Court documents related to the custody battle between Lori Vallow and Tylee Ryan's father, Joseph Ryan, appear to show a contentious relationship between the parents years after Joseph was found dead of an apparent heart attack. Yeah, did Joseph really die of a heart attack? As Law and Crime reports, the YouTube vlogger behind the channel, WTAF Wicked Truths and F-Bombs, appears to have obtained court filings outlining the custody battle between Vallow and her late husband, Joseph Ryan, who died in 2018. Hey, I'm subscribed to that channel, Wicked Truths and F-Bombs. Tylee, 16, and her 7-year-old brother, J.J. Vallow, were found dead in the backyard of Vallow's now husband, Chad Daybell's home outside of Rexburg, Idaho on June 9th. Both Daybell and Vallow are in custody in Idaho facing multiple charges related to the alleged concealment and destruction of evidence, but neither have yet been charged with murder. As Crime Online previously reported, investigators used cell phone tracking data to trace Vallow's late brother, Alex Cox, to the property on the September morning after each of the children were last seen alive. Cox died in December of what authorities determined were natural causes, complicated by an existing heart condition. Law and Crime shared on Twitter some of the documents obtained by the vlogger, including a report filed in the District Court of Travis County, Texas on July 2018. Vallow was living in Texas when she married Joseph Ryan and gave birth to Tylee, but moved with Tylee and Vallow's son Colby from a previous marriage to Arizona after her divorce from Ryan. The report appears to show that Tylee said her father had molested both her and her stepbrother. Miss Smith, Tylee's therapist, informed us that Tylee reportedly being happy about the visits with her dad, and one of those visits to continue during their last session. Okay, so if her dad molested her, I don't know. So it says she said her dad molested her, but I guess, that is kind of normal after being molested by a parent to still want to be around them. It's hard to explain. Miss Smith then reported that Tylee said along the lines, "I'm scared about overnights." When Miss Smith questioned her about this, she said something like, "Because Joe molested me and Colby." When Tylee's mother came into the session towards the end, Miss Smith reports that Tylee looked at her mom and said, "I told her." Uh-oh. I wonder if Lori, gosh. You just don't know whether to believe what Tylee said in that session or not, because I don't want to say that it never happened. It could have happened, but we know how Lori and Chad are. They're brainwashers. But like I said, we're never probably going to know the truth about it. The documents also show that a social worker who evaluated the family situation said they felt Vallow was a flight risk. The social worker reportedly said that Vallow told them death would be an option before giving Tylee to her father. The documents appear to show Vallow had extreme religious beliefs as far back as 2008, according to an evaluation report reviewed by Rasan. Miss Vallow genuinely believes her children is in danger. However, her belief system is riddled with ghosts and seemingly fanatical religious dogma. I don't think I said that right. She had extreme beliefs. Joseph Ryan had been dead for 3 weeks before his body was found. In May, an FBI spokesperson confirmed that Ryan's death was part of the investigation in Vallow's suspicious activities. There's Joseph and Tylee when she was little. Yeah, it's a good possibility he could have molested Tylee and Colby. I know Colby has come out and said that, but in my brain, I'm not calling either one of them a liar, but in my brain, I have to wonder if Lori put that into their head. Just because of Lori's history. And we know she's a friggin' nut job and a brainwasher. So Lori has been into this craziness since when did it say? Years ago, for a long time. 2008, I believe it said 2008. Yeah, it said ghosts, Mary Mary. Hey, I believe in ghosts. I don't got extreme religious beliefs, but I do believe, that sometimes spirits can be trapped on earth. I sure do. But Lori's beliefs are a different thing than that. It's more than ghosts. It's freaking zombies thinking she's a celestial being. Tylee and her mother had a very weird relationship, almost like Tylee was the mother. Would not surprise me. Yeah. It's kind of a red flag raised up when I read that towards the end of Tylee's therapy session, Lori comes in, sits down, and Tylee's like, "I told her, Mom." So, I'm just wondering if Lori put her up to that. Maybe she brainwashed him into believing that. I don't know. I don't want to say that the kids are liars, though. You know what I mean? Hold on a minute, guys. Oh, crap. Lady, you're just going to have to wait. I got the door shut and it locks me in. I'll have to pick the lock to get out. Yeah, I believe in ghosts too. Much different. Portals and zombies are a lot different than ghosts and energies. Exactly, Baber. Exactly. Portals and zombies are a lot different than ghosts and energies. I think there are spirits, not a Vallow version, but I'm sure. Yeah, there's good spirits, bad spirits. If you want to call them spirits, energies, whatever. Colby may have to testify. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to watch what I say because, I don't want to say Colby's lying because I don't think that he is lying. But what I question is if Lori put that in their brains somehow. People can do that to little children. Hell, they can do it to adults. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, they can put stuff into little kids' heads, and these little kids will have false memories. I was a victim of abuse growing up by family members. So, to me, when I read that she said her dad had abused her, but yet she wanted to see him, that's not that weird to me. I started to say that when I was reading, and I didn't, but yeah, that's not that weird to me. I think that's pretty natural, especially if it's a parent that's abused you. I guess everybody's different. I'm sure there was parental alienation. Yeah. And did Joseph really die of a heart attack? I wonder if they did an autopsy on him. I mean, he could have been given something that made him have a heart attack. It's just, everybody that's in Lori's way or she has problems with, they end up dead. It's a freaking Black Widow. See, Mac says it is natural. Thank you, Mac. Yeah, I kind of, felt like it's natural because I went through that. If you have a child that's been sexually abused, you don't marry some guy so quickly. You give the children time to know them. You see how they interact with children. Yeah. I think Chad killed Tammy because he didn't want a divorce and he wanted her life insurance money. I think he had wanted rid of Tammy for a while because he had told someone like 3 years before her death, he had a vision she was going to die. He didn't have a vision. He just wanted her to die. He wanted out of the marriage. He was tired of it. He had hit on other married women too, and his pickup line is, I was married to you in a past life. Sickos. Usually one wants approval without the sex. Yeah. He was cremated, but they have some of his body tissue. Oh, then TC, they can test. Chad only wanted sex. Yeah. He, I guess Lori was easily brainwashed, but like I said, she never was right in the head. She always had these crazy extreme beliefs. They say Alex Cox, her brother, was just like that. But, I mean, to be such a diehard into religion, his comedy routine was pretty dirty. He was grabbing his private parts, making fun of Jesus. But they were deeply into religion. Also heard he had a pill problem, too. Something's not right with that Cox family. Their wires are messed up inside their brains. Lori is all about Lori. Yes. If anything, you would find it hard to be around another man full time. around your kids. It changes you. Yeah. I mean, if your kid had really been molested, you would be worried about bringing a strange man around your kid right after that happened. Doesn't make sense. I think she could have brainwashed those kids into thinking that. I believe Kobe when he says it, but part of me believes his mom could have put that in his head, brainwashed him. Yeah, that stupid raccoon shooter. I mean, if Mark, had texted me very Mary and said, "Hey Celeste, I just shot a raccoon," and it was like 11 o'clock in the morning or 10 in the morning, my response would have been, "Oh my God, really? A raccoon was out in the morning like that? In the daylight?" But Tammy didn't. She didn't question it at all. I mean, that's just my personality, though. Maybe everybody's different. He seemed to have gotten pleasure out of killing coons. He's like, fun times. I think his son said he had actually shot, there was another incident, he actually shot a raccoon that was sleeping out of a tree. Because they'll sleep in trees during the day because they're nocturnal. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off of here, go get some things done, go see what my kid's up to. This morning, he's not been up too awful long. I got him some biscuits and gravy from Hardee's, so he's probably ready to eat. It's been a good chat this morning. I might try to do a video on that article that we just read about Vallow. For, everybody that didn't watch the live stream this morning. But anyways, I love y'all. Thanks for chatting, and I will see y'all in the morning. Oh, yeah, I got to get out a shout-out video sometime. It'll probably be tomorrow, though, for the channel members. Anyways, thanks for chatting. It's been a good chat. I really enjoyed it. Be kind. Be safe. See y'all tomorrow. Peace. Morgan, have a good day. I think I might have missed you in chat, girl. I just glanced down, seen your comment. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, biscuits and gravy's the best from Hardee's Mac. You got to try it. Bye, guys.